Hello, everyone. I'm Tommy Sotomayor, and we are going to do a one-on-one. Well, I think the young lady had dropped her phone, but we're about to do a one-on-one. It is kind of late, but we're going to do a one-on-one here. And actually, after this, I have another young lady that wants to do a one-on-one with me as well, and she wants to know, why do I feel the way that I feel about dark-skinned black women? So I don't know what she's going to say, but I'm going to answer her questions. She says she's a fan, though, so that's good. But right now, I don't know if you guys were watching last night when we did the Around the Web. This young lady who's on the screen with me right now was one of the people who was on the Around the Web. And when she was on the Around the Web, she was talking to the young man. I don't know if you guys remember. She had the silver glitter, I think it was. And where were you on your way? First off, let me give them a name and let them know who I'm speaking with. The young lady, her name is Crystal Miller. Crystal, where are you from?
I am from Louisiana.
Okay, well, you don't have the Louisiana accent, though.
No, I've been in Kansas City for about 11, 12 years.
Oh, okay. So, Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas?
Kansas City, Kansas.
Oh, okay. I don't know too many black people in Kansas. Is it black areas in Kansas?
Yeah, it is. It's a few.
All right, cool. Well, how about this? I want to talk to you a little bit about what was going on in the discussion with the young man. Now, don't be nervous, because you were not nervous when you were live with him. So you don't have a why are you nervous?
He made me upset that day.
But you didn't seem upset with that guy. Like, you guys were having a really good conversation. I think maybe you're
Oh, the guy on my okay. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was a nice conversation.
Right. That's what I was saying. Like, he was having a conversation. And he even asked a question that I thought about, and I asked my audience the question about the idea of, he said if he came home and he caught somebody cheating or with his girl, that he would let the dude get away and he would confront his girl. Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about that? If you were dating someone and you caught them cheating with another woman, would you confront the woman?
Would I confront the woman? No, because it always starts from home first. Like, I would confront him first. I wouldn't even worry about, you know what I'm saying, confronting her. I don't have nothing to say to her. It came from home. It started from home. So me and him are going to have words.
Why do you think so many women tend to, because you can look on World Star Hip Hop and stuff like that, you'll see women fight each other. I saw one story and it was hilarious. This woman came into this dude's house, went into the bedroom to fight the woman, and ended up getting beat up by the woman and then put out by the dude. Like, so that was doubly embarrassing. But like,
Right.
Why do you think so many women will fight the woman their man is cheating with instead of taking it out on the man who they have an agreement with?
I don't know. Like, they probably feel like men, their fiance, husband, boyfriend, whatever, is letting the girl know, like, oh, well, she has a dude, and da 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 da. So females tend to go. I mean, I don't understand why females do that. I think it's immature.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why they do that. I don't.
Now, when I was watching your live, I saw a lot of people making a comment about your skin color. Good or bad, people were making the comments about it. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt any kind of way? Because, like, I'm a grown man, grown as hell, and I still got like another grown man making videos about me, calling me crispy, and he's made a puppet, and everybody makes fun of how black I am. I'm black and ugly. I'm black and this, and I've heard this my whole life. Have you had anything similar to that in your life? There's some hair on the screen. There was some hair on the screen on the right.
Yeah, that's my friend. Well, I have had problems. You know, people have called me all types of names. I tend to ignore them. I love the skin that I'm in.
Has it ever bothered you, though? Because I can't lie. When I grew up, that used to bother me, especially when I watched my light-skinned cousins get treated better than I did, simply because they were light-skinned.
It bothers me. It did bother me, you know. It kind of still do now. Like, I ignore it, like, you gotta ignore it. It was hard. It was hard, because everybody's like, oh, ain't nobody. I'm not talking to no dark skinned woman. She burned, she crispy, da 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 da. And I'm just like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Because even
okay.
because even when I did your video, in order to get people to see what they would say, I titled it and I said, let me make sure I said the title at which I used it correctly. I worded it. I said the darkest woman I've ever seen, and then I put it that way because the picture that you had on that video, the way you were angling it, like you couldn't see you. And so I was wondering, and I was saying in the video, I said, I always have that problem. I was making jokes. I said, white people, y'all can take pictures anywhere during the whole day. Me, I can only take pictures when the sun is over there. I have to turn this way.
Oh,
Like,
I same way, and I do the same thing. Like I have to angle, like yeah, I totally feel the same way.
so it's one of those things where I always wonder, though, I have to be honest and tell people how I've dealt with it and it's hard to say, that actually kind of bothers me. I don't like it. I don't think it's funny. And it's worse because you're hearing it from black people. Because I told people when I was in high school, the only people that thought my skin color was pretty was usually white women. And then when I would date a white woman, they would call me a sellout. I never understood that. Who have you gotten the most compliments from? Have it been your own people or other people about your skin? Because you have flawless skin. You don't have any like blemishes or anything like that. Your skin is perfect, but it seems like black people, we don't like it because it's dark.
Okay, so repeat your question again. Well, okay, never mind. I'll take that back. Okay.
Who compliments you more, our people or other people?
Other people, like everybody, like it. I mean, I would say my outsiders, they give me more compliments, than my immediate family. Like, I don't know. But I get compliments. I ain't gonna lie, I get them every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day. If I'm outside, I'm getting a compliment. It doesn't matter who it's coming from. It could be a kid, like, and then you got some females that turn their nose up. Some dudes, it's crazy. It's sad. You got black people on black people. It's sad. It's really sad. But it's outsiders that give me the most compliments.
Yep.
Like, they really do.
I think it's crazy.
They do compliment me. They do compliment me. But then, like, they see me every day, good and bad. So it's like, my outsiders, when they see me, they're like, oh, Crystal, God, you got a glow, or like, you have a nice skin tone, to be dark skinned, and I get those compliments a lot.
I had something I want to say if this happened to you. I remember when I was a kid, it had gotten so bad. I said, I only want to date a white woman or a really light skinned woman so I don't have kids that look like me so they don't have to deal with what I had to deal with. Did you ever think like that?
No, not at all, because I don't believe in that. Love the skin that you're in. It don't matter what color you are, like, love the skin that you're in. I feel like dark is lovely and beautiful and sexy, like moist. I don't know, like, it's really sexy. It's just, I don't know, like, I love the skin that I'm in. I wouldn't change it for the world. I would not change it to be lighter. I wouldn't bleach my skin. I wouldn't do none of that crazy stuff people are doing nowadays. Like, I love the skin that I'm in.
Why do you think some people are doing it, though? Like, the skin bleaching is heavy, and it's mostly like women, which I can understand, because I've always said that it's harder for women being dark skinned than it is for men. Because as a man, even though they made fun of me being dark skinned, all I had to do was get some money. Once I got some money, yeah, I might have still been black and ugly, but they stopped looking at the fact that you were dark skinned because you had money. But as a woman, if they find you unattractive as a woman, it doesn't matter how much money you got. They're still going to look at you the same way because, like, I always found it harder for women because of that. Because I guess it doesn't matter, but people will overlook my skin color because, like, Michael Jordan or LeBron James, if you go out and become something, then they overlook it on a man.
Right.
But on a woman, it's not like anything, because people don't typically date women for money. They date them for looks. has it ever caused you a problem, or what's the most hurtful thing you've ever heard from somebody about your skin color, especially somebody you care about? Like my mama used to tell me, my mother said such mean shit to me that I never let her. She hasn't seen my daughter since my daughter was 3 years old, because she met my daughter at 3 years old. My daughter's 12 now. And she said to my daughter, you need to keep her out of the sun. She getting black. And I was like, that's a horrible thing to say.
My daughter, she's not my skin complexion. She's probably like 2 shades lighter. And I've heard it from immediate family that, you know, you need to keep your daughter out the sun. You know, she's getting dark and this and that. And I'm like, I'm looking at the side of her ear and I'm like, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure she's going to get darker, you know, by, you know, the skin tone on the ear. Like,
but isn't that a messed up thing to say? Like, the people who love you are telling you, make sure your child does not get your color. Like, that's hurtful. And that's what I told my mom. That's messed up.
It is. It really is. It's hurtful.
And it's like, I try to bring these things out because we don't talk about them that much, because we're told to just accept it. So we have to then turn around and, like I try to explain to people, the reason why darker skinned women are typically more aggressive, meaner, and the same thing as guys, because we've been fucked with our whole life. You didn't recognize us. You didn't pay us any attention. So a lot of times the best way for us to get attention is to be ratchet, is to be loud. And then many of us will make bad decisions. And that's why I wanted to bring you on in to talk about that. I know. How old are you? Because I know you were talking. I don't want to make sure how old you are. How old are you?
I am 22.
Okay. You said you have a daughter and a son, or two daughters?
I have 2 daughters. I have a 5-year-old. Her name is Isabella. And I have a 1-year-old. Her name is Olivia.
All right. Now, I was looking on your page and I was disappointed because I was like, that girl is too pretty to be single. And it said that you were single. Are you single?
No, I haven't updated that.
Because I know you were saying it when you were on the show with that guy, too. So I was like, okay, this woman should not be single. But you say you're not single. Are you with your youngest father?
It's yes, I am.
Why are you thinking that hard? That's a yes or no.
He's currently not with me. At the moment, I'm not gonna say more of an open relationship. But at this point, it's like, you can kind of say that. I don't know. It's complicated. It's really complicated. Like, it's like you want to be in a relationship, you know, so bad, and you don't know which path you're going to take. Like, and right now it's not in my face at the moment for me to make a decision, you know, like, I don't feel pressure. I do want to be in a relationship with that person, you know, as far as the marriage and everything. It's just, I feel like God has other plans, and so I'm trying to, I don't know how to put it.
Let me ask you something. If you were dating me and you caught me walking out of this woman's house and you said, did you sleep with her? What if my answer was, I don't know. I mean, it could be. I mean, it's complicated. You wouldn't think that makes sense to a direct question, would you? You'd be like, well, it's not complicated. You either did or you didn't.
Right. Exactly.
We know if we're in a relationship with somebody, and we know when we're not. There's no halfway. It's like when you were pregnant. You weren't halfway pregnant. You weren't kind of pregnant. You were pregnant or you weren't.
Yes.
Like, so things are going on in this relationship right now. Is it you that's still holding on to the relationship, or him? Because if you guys aren't together, but you're still saying, well, we're trying to work. I mean, we're not.
He is.
So he's still trying to keep the relationship together. What broke it up?
That's a lot of personal. It's a lot of personal. He's not with me right now at the moment. Like,
I understand.
I don't know if you're putting 2 and 2 together, but he's not with me at the moment because of actions, you know, and then coming to an agreement, you know, to go back and finish your business. He's just not with me at the moment.
Understand. Okay, so you had a child with the guy on the. Well, what's his relationship with his son? Are they close? Daughter. Are they close?
Yes. Well, not really. She's one. He left when she was like 3 months.
Oh, he left the city, so he doesn't live in the city anymore.
No, he's not.
Okay. Well, that's got to cause a problem. Distance. I have a kid in L.A. and a kid in Atlanta, and I'm in Arizona, so you can imagine how much it costs me just to see them. And you can imagine how often I do not really get to see them because of it.
It might seem like the puzzle is like coming together because I'm not going into full detail because it is something that's like personal. And you know.
I understand. That's what I was trying to tell my side of the story. Because I don't mind. I'm like, hell, it ain't that big of a damn deal. So let me. It's like they know. If I got this kid and they see the kid, me trying to tell people why we're not together ain't that big of a deal. I don't know how I can hide that. It's like you're not with the mom. No, why y'all break up? Well, I broke up. I can tell the story and it doesn't bother me. I did not want a kid with either one of the women I had a kid with. I was just sleeping with them and they got pregnant. They decided they wanted to keep them because they didn't give a crap that I didn't want the kid. Now that they're here, I'm still with them or still in the kids' lives. But I just think it's a weird thing that women will be with a man, get pregnant, can obviously see that this man is, one, not made to be a father. He's not a good father. He may not even be old enough. He doesn't have enough. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a place to stay. He doesn't have a place to provide for you and your kid, yet you still have a baby. I think that makes no sense. My daughter's mom did it. It was ridiculous. Now, she got lucky because I wasn't a broke dude who lived with my mama, but she had a kid by a dude who she knew didn't want it. She knew I didn't want it. And the other woman, she had a kid and blamed it on another man. For years, that guy thought that my kid was his kid until she said, oh, this nigga got money. Then she came out of the blue and was like, this is your kid. I met my youngest daughter when she was 8. So it's like a lot of the decisions that women are making, especially black women in the community, it kind of hurts me. And you said this guy was with you. There was another woman who was on the live, and she was dancing around with a big stomach. You may have known her. She's a lighter skinned woman. She's in that group. And she was talking to a dude like, yeah, my baby dad ain't with me. And I was like, God, why is it so many black women who by the time they have their kid, they're not with the father anymore? Like, what changed between we making love raw, having a baby, to we don't get along anymore, but this kid is still here? Like, I'm curious, and especially someone as young as you, because you said that your youngest is 1, so that means you were pregnant with her when you were 20, but your oldest is 5, which would mean you were pregnant with her when you were like 16. Mm-hmm. What happened as far as like between we're in a relationship to now we're not in a relationship, but this kid is always going to be here? It seemed like, were you guys in love? Was it an accident? Did he want it? What was the story?
No. Like, my daughter was that she was planned. Like, you know, we wanted to have a child together. Like, my situation is very different from other females' situations. That's why I said my situation is more personal. But it is a lot different from other females. Like, I can't relate to other females. I can't.
But you're technically in the same situation that they're in. You literally have a brand new baby and the dude's not there.
It might look like that. With my first child's father, yeah, we were, and I don't like putting my business out there, but I mean, I guess we just talking. So, we were more like best friends, and then one thing turned into another, but it took a minute before it turned into, you know, something else, you know, intimate. Because I knew what kind of person he was, and so, like, eventually, like, I don't know what made me just give in. I was like, okay, cool, you know, and then boom, you know, first experience with everything, like, just everything. And, I mean, we were best friends. We were pretty cool. Now, we are still cool. It's just that, I mean, we wasn't thinking. We don't regret Isabella. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Because he was, I mean, like, it takes two to tango, of course, but I mean, he has more, I mean, not say more power, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Come out, like, you ain't got to just stay, you know what I'm saying? You already know. You know what I'm trying to say. Like,
Here's what I'm going to do then. Let me break it down into small questions. You said that you and because we got to go backwards. So when you were 20, you and the guy you were with had decided that you wanted to have your young baby, the youngest one.
No. Okay, so Isabella.
Because we want to start with the youngest one first and then move back.
Isabella, her father's name is Corey, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then Olivia is William.
Okay, so you have two girls.
Yes.
Okay.
I have two girls.
All right, so the youngest is one, so that means you were 20 when you got pregnant with her, but you said y'all did that on purpose. That was planned.
Mm-hmm.
At 20 years old, how old was he, the father?
He was 31.
At 20 years old, you plan to have a baby with a 31-year-old man.
Yes.
Why?
It's personal.
How is it, if you love your kid, to say it's personal of why I wanted to have a baby? That doesn't even make sense.
Let me talk.
You keep saying it's personal. Why you have that baby? That's personal.
This was gonna catch all these questions. Okay, so basically, it was just like age ain't nothing but a number. That's how I look at it. I'm pretty mature for my age. I mean, I don't act like a 22-year-old. I like to have adult conversations. I don't want to listen to childish conversations or no insecurities.
You do know this is an adult conversation we're having, and you keep saying, and it's personal, and But I'm not putting you. I can see if I was putting you on the spot if I was asking you what's the fifth number in pi. Like, I'm asking you hard stuff, but I'm not asking you hard stuff. It's like just your life. Like, the easiest thing to answer is something you already know the answer to.
It's very personal. Very personal. So I'm just like debating, like, am I gonna say it's on my business? And everybody is watching, but I don't know. It was just like me and Will are very close. We are very close.
I'm just trying to figure out where your head was. Not that he's older, but that you were 20 and you already had a kid. Kids are expensive. I got money and they're expensive. So if you're 20 years old, you couldn't have graduated college. I don't know if you graduated high school, but you couldn't have gotten into your business. You couldn't have gotten into your career.
I graduated high school.
Okay, I'm saying I don't know, but I do know at 20 you didn't graduate college. I do know at 20 with a kid, you probably weren't even in college. So why would you then compound having one kid with one man by having another kid with another man when you're 20 years old? I understand age ain't nothing but a number, but finances ain't nothing but a number as well. And most people, when they have kids, the number one contributor to people being in poverty, did you know it was children?
Mm-hmm.
So young black girls keep having kids. And the reason I brought up the skin color things, because I used to make a joke, but I meant it for real. I said, if you get a dark-skinned girl pregnant, she ain't having an abortion, she having it. Because she typically has such low self-esteem that she doesn't care that she's 12, 15, or 20. She doesn't care if she's broke. She wants people to believe that other people are interested in her. And the best way for her to prove it is to have this baby. So she doesn't care if the baby's dad is there or not. She gonna have that baby to prove that somebody love her. And then she'll have another one by another dude.
Our connection, me and Will's connection was strong. It was very strong. We hit it off. I wasn't talking to nobody. I'm like, okay, this person's keeping me company. This person's, you know what I'm saying? We're, visiting each other, going on dates, like, and then.
But why can't you have a relationship with him without having a kid with him?
I never said I couldn't, But
So
that's
then I
just
go back to the question of why did a
that's
31-year-old man?
I wanted to have a child. That's something that's I don't care. It's never always a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Females want to have children. Like me personally, I wanted to have a child.
But I'm just
By
trying to
that,
find out why.
like,
Why was the only rest? I understand that. I'm not trying to say it's a mistake. I want to know what was going through the mind of a 20-year-old who already had a kid that was 3. Why did she want another one?
um, I just wanted another child, like with that person, like just specifically with him. Like I was actually like my first child. Like I said, I'm not regretting her. She wasn't a mistake or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't planned. That was it wasn't planned. But with this person that I'm actually, this is the first person that makes me feel this type of way.
What way?
We hit it off. Like I feel him.
What way did he make you feel?
I wanted another child.
No, I'm saying what way did you said he made you feel a way? Like what was I'm assuming he made you feel good. Like, can you explain some of the feelings you had while you were together? Because I know, of course, they've changed now. Things changed. There was a guy I used to be head over heels for this girl, and I was engaged to her, and I really wanted to marry her. Well, she's with someone else now, but at that time, I can express how I felt about her. I can even tell people, if you ask me, well, why did you date her? Why did you want to marry her? An adult has an answer for those things. I don't say, well, that's personal. That's nothing personal about that. They saw me with the girl. There's no reason that I can't say I wanted to marry this girl because she would make a good wife. She was beautiful. I loved talking to her. I loved hanging out with her. The sex was crazy. I can explain these things. My answer as an adult isn't, I don't know. That's what I mean. So like when you say you're an adult, I'm not asking you these deep personal questions. Most of these questions are surface questions. Why did you want to have a baby with this specific guy? The answer should be easy. Your kid is there.
I mean, because simple fact, I wanted to have a child by him. Like,
and there was no reason, you just did.
So I wanted to have a child by him. That was a decision that I made. We talked about it, and we both agreed on it. Like, I was in love with him. I mean, I'm still in love with him.
Okay, so what changed from this 31-year-old man telling a 20-year-old, yes, I'll get you pregnant, and a year later, things have changed, they're not together, and he hasn't seen his kid?
Okay, the conversation, it wasn't nothing like that. Like, the conversation wasn't nothing like that. We basically was, you know what I'm saying, we would talk here and there when we going out, oh, I want to have a baby, oh, he want to have a baby, it wasn't like, can you get me pregnant, and if I can get you pregnant. No, it wasn't nothing like that. Like, the way you putting it is,
I'm trying to figure out the way you're putting it. Like, you're literally not answering these simple questions. Like, when I explained to you why I wanted to marry my ex, there's no follow-up question because I simply answered it. I didn't need a whole bunch of words that were like, oh, well, and like, I literally just answered it. You won't answer it, and then you say it's not the way you're putting it. Again,
I mean, this is more, okay, so the topic that we're speaking on is about something that I said that was personal. So obviously I'm not comfortable with talking about it, and we're still talking about it. I don't want to talk about something that I find real personal. Like, it's not everybody's business what's going on with me and mine at the moment.
I don't want to know what's going on with you, him in the moment, though. The question I asked was not that. I asked at the beginning, what made you guys want to have a baby? Like, you make questions that I didn't ask just to avoid the simple question.
Asking those questions like we wasn't even supposed to be talking about this, because you say one thing on video chat and then now.
But I literally did say I was going to talk about this. I have it recorded. I literally said this before we started, and I said I want to talk about it because me, just like I talk about my personal stuff, I know as a young woman, there's a lot of young black women who have children, and I want to ask you about the why. I literally said that before we came on. And I'm doing just exactly that now.
Well, I don't want to talk about the will at all. Like, I don't, that's more of a touchy situation, and I don't want to talk about him at all. Like, if I have to bring up his name or think about him or
I
speak
didn't
about
even
him,
know his name, nor did
I
I
don't,
even ask. But that's what I mean. You offered this man's name. I never asked his name. I never asked anything except surface questions. You have a
I know,
kid, so we know that guy has they know the kid has a baby, a father.
but some more detail. Like, like, of course, I'm going to have to answer your question in detail. Of course.
Actually,
You're
these
like,
questions
oh,
aren't
so you have
detailed.
children.
No,
So
no, no,
that
dear, but
means,
these questions
okay,
are not detailed. When someone asks, "What were you feeling when you got pregnant? What made you decide to have a baby?" That's not deep. That's surface.
okay, well, okay, so my first baby daddy, no, it wasn't planned, so therefore we didn't it he was not supposed to, you know what I'm saying, without, like, or whatever. The very first time we had sex, the condom, it broke. Um and I'm not having no abortion, so I kept Isabella.
So how long were you with the first guy before you got pregnant? Like, how long did you guys date? Because I know if you got pregnant at
I
16.
just I never said we dated. I
Oh,
said
I'm
we
just
was
asking.
best.
I said, how long were you together? Period. Like, if it was a one night stand, I don't know. I'm trying to find out the simple part of it.
About a year.
Okay, so he wasn't, like you're saying, he wasn't your boyfriend. Y'all were just dealing with each other, kind of like how me and my daughter's mom were, because she wasn't my
We was
girlfriend.
best, we was best friends. We weren't supposed to be having sex, and we ended up, like, he would always ask me, and I was like, no, no, I'm cool, and then bam, like,
He would
is
ask you
there
what?
infinity? Like,
You said he would always ask you, but you didn't say what. He would ask you what?
I mean, he would ask me basically, you trying to have sex? Like, I want to have sex,
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
like, oh, I don't want to have sex. Like, I don't know what this is gonna feel like. No,
Oh,
like,
you were a virgin.
yeah, at the
Wow.
time.
Okay. So he was your first, and why weren't you either time, if I'm curious, on birth control? Do you not like birth control? I know some people say it make them fat. Like, what's the story?
Well, see, back then, it's like my mom was so strict. Not gonna lie, back then I was sneaking out the house. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I was sneaking out the house. It's a lot of stuff I regret doing that I did. Um, I don't know. My mom was strict, so it's like I snuck around.
So you were sneaking out as a young person. When you said earlier, you said your situation is different than the typical black woman. What did you mean by that?
What do you mean?
You said it. You said earlier. You said my situation is different than the typical black woman. I'm just trying to figure out
Oh,
what that means.
and that was something pertaining to
Whose elbow is that?
my second baby.
You see that
was-
big elbow was in the screen? Who is that? Keep getting in the screen.
That's
Why don't you give her the link so she could go watch it? Because she keep getting the screen. It look weird.
Sorry.
That's all right. But I was just curious. You said that your situation is not like the typical black woman. What did that mean?
That's something pertaining to the reason why I said that was because it was pertaining to my second baby daddy. So,
Oh, okay.
I don't want to speak on that.
Okay. So, like you said, you were sneaking out when you became pregnant. How did you find out? The first one.
I was having my stomach was bubbling. I wasn't feeling like myself. It was just a different feeling. It was awkward. I felt nervous. I don't know, like butterflies, like stomach was just tripping. I don't know, stomach was tripping. Then I'm like, okay, my chest is sore, so I don't know. It was just a whole bunch of symptoms, and I'm like, I can't be sick. And I wasn't throwing up at the time. It was just little symptoms, but they were affecting me so tough. So tough.
So, how far along were you when you found out you were pregnant? How far were you?
I was 6 weeks, 6, 7 weeks.
Okay. What did your mom say when you told her? Because you had to tell her, right? Like, I'm sure that was the scariest part, was telling your mom when you said that she was strict.
Yeah, she cried.
How did he take it when you told him?
Oh no, that ain't my baby. I don't know what she's talking about.
He said it wasn't his.
Yeah, but he
Wow.
knew, like, you took my virginity, like, you knew I was just fresh from coming from Louisiana, like.
Oh, that's messed up.
So,
That's messed up. So how did that make you feel to hear this man who you had only been with him tell you it ain't his? Like, immediate first words out of his mouth, it ain't mine.
I was just like, wow, that's deep. That's fucked up. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Because mama, because I told him before I told my mom. Like, my mom was probably almost the last person I told. I was scared.
So you told him what would make him think that it wasn't his though? If he knew you, like, what would make him say that? Do you know? Were you like friendly with other guys, but he thought it was more?
No, when I say I was always there, like, he was the one probably messing around, you know what I'm saying, with a whole bunch of females. He probably was. I wasn't. He knew I basically stood out. I was more so of a nerd, but I kind of wasn't a nerd. I don't know. I was in the middle. I didn't associate with a lot of females.
So he basically runs today, since you have a 5-year-old. Is he like, what's his relationship with his daughter?
It's okay now. It's fine, I guess.
Okay, good. Is he on child support? Does he?
Yes.
All right. So you put him on child support. Has he missed any payments? He ever been put in jail or anything like that?
Yes.
Damn it.
I know, right?
How far did he get behind?
Probably 13.
13 months?
Yeah. Racks.
Oh, damn.
I know, right? It's cool.
$13,000. How long did they put him in jail?
Actually, he's not in jail. I don't know. Like, I guess when they're not, when the mother is not calling downtown and pressing the issue, they're just letting it add up. It builds up. Like, every payment they miss, it builds up.
But I want both of their baby faces above their name.
So when I start calling in, that's when they like, oh, well, we'll suspend his license, or he's going to have to show up at this court date, and if he don't show up, he's going to have a warrant for his arrest, and, you know,
but I got somebody to do
all
that.
type of stuff, just a whole bunch.
Okay, so then you put him on child support. Was he behind because he was like, it ain't mine, I don't want to pay for it? Was he just being lazy, or did he not have a job? Like, what's the story?
On and off jobs, like, you get a good job and then you just fuck over it. Like, I don't understand. Like, real good jobs, you know, and you just mess up. How? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not business out there. I mean, I know, but I'm not gonna put his business out there.
Oh, we fine. That's why I just asked surface. Like, was it something else going on, or did he just not want to pay? Like, we don't have to say exactly what was going on. I was just trying to find out, was it a situation, or did he just say, I don't give a fuck?
On and off.
Oh, okay. So at this time, he got behind a whole lot. Like $13,000 is a shit ton of money. Like, how much older than you was he when you got pregnant? Like, if you got pregnant at 16, how old was he?
17. I believe I was 17 when I was pregnant.
Right.
And I had my child.
You had it at 17.
Mm-hmm. She was born in February 2013.
Mm-hmm. So he was just like a year or 2 years older than you. That's it. So you guys went to high school together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I look at it and I say, you put him on child support while he was basically just a high schooler. He didn't have a job. He didn't have a career.
Um, he he got out of high school, and I was still in high school. He graduated.
After the baby, right? Though it had to be after the baby. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, so he hadn't got a career. He was still a young man. Did he go to college?
No. Like I was.
I'm trying to get done all.
Oh my God, we getting into so many details.
I just wanted to know, was he in college? That was a simple question. Was he in college?
Yes.
Okay,
No.
that's it. Like, you don't have to go deep. I just wanted to know, was he in college?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe he was. Like, I believe he started college, a community college, and then he just stopped.
Do you understand what I was explaining to you a little bit of what I'm trying to get to. You are the mother of 2 children. I'm not trying to be funny, but you're speaking like a 14 or 15-year-old. You're not speaking like an adult. In the majority of these conversations, the way you're talking is very childish, not like an adult. Like, you're very childlike. Like, I'm asking you simple, basic questions, and you keep saying it's complicated. It isn't complicated if I ask you how tall you are.
The reason why I'm answering your questions the way I'm answering is because, like, I really don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't know if you're not putting 2 and 2 together, but
well, I can tell you this then, because I literally said that's what I want to talk about, and I don't want to waste your time or my audience's. If you don't want to talk about the situation of you having the kids, that's fine. I just think I wanted to say the same thing that I said before we got on the show. I want my audience to understand, y'all, there was no deception. I didn't lie to her, tell her we're going to talk about something else, and now we're talking about this. This is literally what I said I wanted to talk about before we came on air. And so I don't know why someone's saying something different, but I don't do pressing people, and I don't hold people longer than they want to be held. So at this point in time, she doesn't want to talk about the kid, and I don't see what else we'd discuss. So I want to say thank you so much for coming onto the show, and I'm going to let you go ahead and go spend the rest of your night. And thank you for joining us. All right. Hey, guys, y'all see what you have to deal with when you're dealing with black women. You see that? This is the mother of children. This woman has not 1, but 2 children. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys understand why I speak the way I speak about dark-skinned black women and black women in general? This woman is the mother of children, not child, children. She talked about how she was much more mature and got on my show and tried to pretend that I did not tell her at the start what we were going to talk about. And that's the kind of shit that pisses me off. That's why I really don't like black women at all. And I don't know why we don't have a law which doesn't require motherfuckers to get a license before they can have a child. Everybody's sitting up here talking about how they're just kids. You shouldn't talk to them this way. Well, why shouldn't you talk to a person who's raising 2 children? She's an idiot. She's an idiot. And let me tell you why I say it. Not only was she told directly what we talk about before she came on this show, she told us that she's so much more mature and that her situation ain't like the typical black woman. And it was exactly like the typical black woman. You got pregnant by a dude, you don't even know his name. You don't know nothing about him. You claim that this was your friend, but you didn't know if he went to college, and this was after you had his kid. After you had this man's kid, you didn't know where he was at. But instead of saying, well, I didn't know where he was, what did she say? It's complicated. It's personal. No, it ain't personal if I ask you, did he go to college? Do you understand that these black hoes are so ridiculous that they will just use dumb words? How many times did you hear her speak and she said nothing? I would sit there and listen to this woman talk and talk and talk and talk. And at the end of it, what did you understand? Nothing. This is a grown woman. And then let me tell you how dumb black women are. It's a house full of women in that house. And guess where she live at? With her mama. She don't live by herself. So while she out screwing and getting one kid and then two kids, she living in the house with a bunch of other women and no men. And them women want to get so much attention that one of them kept sticking her face, sticking her elbow, sticking her hair into the screen so she could be noticed. And when I asked for her to be kicked out, what did she do? Start talking loud. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah. And you saw this woman was doing a show. You saw she was talking to somebody else. This is black women. And every one of them got a damn kid. And none of them got no man. Paging Dr. Moist Twatkins. Paging Dr. Jesse Williams. You guys are needed down here and I see you because motherfucker, I see you. It's just a sliver. It's just a sliver of black women. Tommy just finds the worst of the worst. Did I know this motherfucker was going to come on here and act an idiot? Nope. Did I know that this 22-year-old with two kids would sit up here and tell me I fell in love with him and he loved me? What'd you love about him? It's personal. What the fuck is wrong with you? I didn't ask this woman not one deep question. None. They were all surface questions. You done told me the nigga name. I never asked for his name. You put his name out on the internet. No one else did. Then you want to tell me what's personal. His name was personal. I didn't ask you his name. You live in Kansas City, Kansas. He live in you don't even know. This nigga FaceTime you and point the camera at the floor. Where you at? On the ground? That's your baby daddy. Both your baby daddies. And what are you gonna do? Because you got low self-esteem and you're dark skinned, you're gonna let somebody else knock you up too. Now I tried to have an adult conversation with an individual who said they were adult and they came on my show and wasted my time. I'm hoping you get the hint. Motherfucker, you should have got the hint. You had a kid by two niggas that didn't want him. You had a kid by a man who called you a hoe soon as you told him you was pregnant. What does that tell you? I want y'all to think about this for a second. Ladies, how shitty must you feel that you tell a person straight up, I'm pregnant. First words out of his mouth is, ain't mine. Serious question, ladies. How would you feel? You tell a man you're pregnant. First words out of his mouth is it ain't mine. Right. It ain't mine. And you still had it. Y'all see when I asked a question about birth control, there was no answer at all. There was words, no answer. You put a 19-year-old man, boy, on child support while you get to live at home with your mama. Fellas, pay attention, please. Fellas, pay attention, please. This woman wrote, you used pictures off of my Facebook page, but you didn't have my permission for my pictures on your background. That's not what I seen. It was a high yellow woman. Let me know when you get this. I don't know what she's talking about. I do not need permission to use your photos when they are public. And I would need your photos to use them as thumbnails when you are coming on my show. How would it make sense that you are on my show with no photos of you. She wrote, if you say so, sir, I won't argue with you. Do y'all understand how dumb black women are? I'm sure the next thing that's going to come out of this dumbass's mouth is I'm going to sue you. But what you need, well, I ain't your baby daddy, and you can't get the government to help you sue me over public pictures when you said you would come on my show and then want to turn around. You did not give me and say you didn't give me permission. Now, let me tell you something, Miss Crystal, while you're watching. You were on my show. You had an opportunity to talk to me. We're not going to talk about this. You could have talked to me then. I'm not going to keep texting you while I'm on my show. You left, so good day. Funny how the adult isn't acting very adult. Do what you need to do, but don't text me about it anymore. I know the law. You should too. Do you understand? This woman was on my show. I didn't kick her off. She told me I needed to get the damn hint. Oh, I knew it was going to go left. This is not what we said we were going to talk about. Fuck if it wasn't. It was literally what I said. And I'm tired of someone sitting up here trying to lie. I don't like dealing with black women at all. I don't like them. I think they're horrible people. I think they're stupid. And the sad part about it is they're the ones getting to raise the next and the next and the next and the next generation. This motherfucker is a mother of 2 children. And your mama's this dumb. Your mama's this much of an idiot. She ain't even trying to stop being an idiot, pretending like I didn't tell her what we were going to talk about. I gave her the link before I went live. Stacks dog, get the fuck out of my chat room. Thank you, whoever deleted him. Celine, good job. I have my phone lines open. People can call, they don't. I ask people to do one-on-ones. They don't. You gotta let it thaw out. Put it in the sink because it'll waste. In the process of doing all of this, you guys understand, I didn't mistreat this woman. Did I do anything wrong to this woman? No, I did not. I didn't disrespect her. I didn't call her no bitch, no hoe, no nothing. I talked to this woman like what she claimed. She was an adult. And now all of a sudden, this so-called adult couldn't have a regular conversation. You know what? I don't know how many people are watching right now. Let me go look. Here's what I'll do. How would you guys like to be able to call in? And anybody that has any question about what it was I said, I got another young lady who's going to come on live after this, but she'll be okay. She'll wait. I'm sure she will. And if not, we'll go tomorrow. How many of you guys would like to be able to call in tonight, right now, and get your opinions out about what just happened? And if you guys would like to do this, do me a favor. Click the like button because it's only 361 likes now. That's not even half of 902. Click that like button if you would like to see me open up the phone lines and let people call in and say whatever they'd like to say about what they just heard, whether it's they think that I'm wrong or whoever's wrong. But you make those likes go up. Because at 383 likes, I'm just going to assume that I need to go ahead and do my next interview. Or you can do like my girl Erica Cox did and click that donate button And that'll allow me to be able to stay here a little bit longer. So you either click them likes or you click that donate button. But other than that, I'll just move on and do what I need to do and not answer my phone lines, because that costs me every time I open up my phone lines, no matter how late it is. And if people can't do something as simple as click that like button, then I don't need to be doing it. That's just my thought. And to the young lady again, if you want to be an adult, be an adult. What you're doing right now is being a child. She said, as I tried to talk, I want y'all to hear what she wrote. As I tried to talk, you like to talk over people. What? So I was talking over her? Do you guys understand? She now says I was talking over her? How many times did I sit here and just put my head to the side and let her ramble? Right. She talked too much. She never shut up. She was talking and wasn't saying anything. See, this is what's messed up. Black bitches will lie about shit that you have recorded. That's why I'm again telling you, black men, do not do business with a black bitch or a bitch in general. A woman is a liar. She is born a liar. That's what she does. If you do not record a woman, they will lie. They will lie and they will lie and they will lie. This woman knows this is live right here on the show. She's still going to sit there and lie. Well, you lied over me. You lied on me. Then this woman just wrote, I said, maybe you should know the law. She wrote, hope you got what you needed. Then she wrote, trust me, I know the law. And I pay top. Fuck that. I'm just going to let y'all see what she wrote. This woman who lives in the house with her mama and can't even find a place quiet enough to do a damn interview, who got 2 damn kids and no real income, wrote this. Read it and weep. You got to cut out that damn talking. How did you whisper to me while I'm trying to do my damn show? I ain't trying to be funny, but come on, man. Listen, let me do it. All right, guys, look at what you're looking at. As I tried to talk, you like to talk over people. It's fine. Honestly, no hard feelings. Hope you got what you needed. Trust me, I know the law, and I pay top dollar for my lawyer, so it's totally fine. Honestly, I will be back. Good day. Another black bitch has challenged me to court. Another black bitch plays top dollar when she lives in squalor. Are you kidding me? Now you're threatening to sue me for what? You use my photo, which is public. Huh? You pay top dollar for what lawyer, motherfucker? What lawyer do you pay top dollar for? You didn't even pay top dollar for that damn fake ass ponytail on your head. You didn't pay top dollar for that damn badass makeup, because that was not MAC. Where did you pay top dollar? This is why, like the person who wrote in there about Sandra Bland, this is why I didn't give a shit about what happened to Sandra Bland, because black bitches talk too much. They don't even know how to shut the fuck up, sit down, and get themselves together before they say something. A normal person does what? You sit down, you evaluate where you are, what's going on. You don't just start making dumbass threats. But let me say something to you, motherfucker. Whatever your top lawyer is, let me give you, I'm going to type you in the comment section where you need to contact me. Booking at yourworldmyviews.com. Make sure your lawyer can send me whatever he wants. I shall be waiting. Thanks. So I let her know. Go on. Let him email me right there. And you got my phone number. Let him call me. Please. What so-called professional lawyer is going to take your case that you said you would come on my damn show, you idiot? And you see she gave a thumbs up. I'm telling you guys. This is why I don't like black women. You're fucking poor. You literally are poor. We see it. We hear it. That's why you got this nigga back and forth in jail. And I hope this man, if you are out there somewhere, a baby daddy, you have an open invitation to come on my show, sir. You have an open invitation to come right here on my show. You want to now offer to sue me, bitch. I ain't dumb enough to get you pregnant like them other niggas were. Right, no heart feelings. She don't even know how to say hard feelings. No heart feelings. This is the mature adult. This is the woman who's solely teaching the next two ratchet ass females that you're going to be on your street. The next two ratchet ass females that's going to be on Facebook if it still exists. But then since one of them 5, she'll be twerking on Facebook in about 2 years. Right. She's 22 with a child's mindset, a kid's mindset. Nothing about this woman says adult. Do y'all understand? It took me about an hour and a half just to get the motherfucker on the show because they couldn't do something as simple as click the damn call button. Yeah, I'm halfway in between a nerd. I'm sneaking out of the house. My mama real strict. You know what you never heard about? Her daddy. And yet, look at what you see them lame ass niggas doing every time she go live because they know she easy. They know she easy. Why do you think she won't take birth control? Ladies and gentlemen, think about this for a second. Why do you think she won't take birth control? The only thing she's good at is producing children. So after she had the first kid, she didn't get the praise that she thought she would because the kid goes from having his baby hair to getting his snappy hair and nobody says it's cute anymore. So she wants another one. Who the fuck has one kid and then doesn't at least get on birth control after that? Who does that? Who says at 20 years old, I want to have a 31-year-old's baby, and then that 31-year-old has nothing to do with you after you have the baby, but you claim y'all was in love? How is that possible? But you have time to get online, wear your fake ponytail, put on all this makeup just to try and find what? Baby daddy number 3 online. That's what you in the group doing? Trying to find baby daddy number 3? You pay top damn dollar for a motherfucking lawyer, but you couldn't pay top damn dollar for some birth control? You couldn't pay top damn dollar for a motherfucking condom? You couldn't pay top damn dollar for a college? You want me to believe you got a fucking lawyer and you live in your mama's house? This is what this woman is trying to get me to believe now. She lives in the hood, but she got this lawyer on speed dial. And every one of these black hoes got a lawyer on speed dial. Nothing going for them. Nope. But that lawyer's on speed dial. That motherfucker's right there. The other woman who was supposed to be doing the one-on-one says, hey, love, I don't want to be an ass, but are we still on? I know you are 3 hours behind me. Yes, unless you are tired and we can do it tomorrow. But as you see from watching me live right now, that I am still live and possibly taking phone calls. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open the lines. Y'all see, like right now I'm talking. Like you have an individual who's, I said they could go on after this, but they see me still talking. I don't know. I'm telling you, I've always wondered about, like, I've never been a pest. I've never been a pest. People have never had to tell me, be quiet, get out, leave me alone. Like if I see somebody talking on the phone, it could be my wife. If I saw my wife talking on the phone, I get out of the room. I don't know why. I just have always been that way. Like I've always been afraid of having people tell me you're irritating me. So I try my best not to. Most people got to tell me to be around them because I will walk away. I don't know. If you're studying, I'll let you study. I won't be right there looking at what you're studying and looking on your computer and trying to find out what you're doing. If you wanted to ask me something, you'd ask me. So I walk out. If I'm doing a show and I see, or if I'm getting ready for Gavin to get on Gavin's show, which has happened, and I saw Gavin was still talking, I'd assume he's going to talk to me when we're done. So I just keep watching if I'm watching him. Then the only thing I would say to him would be this. Hey, bro, I got to be somewhere in 30 minutes. If we can't do it now, then I'm going to leave. That would be simple. Or can we do it tomorrow? Like it's simple to me. I don't know. I think I'm just confused. But I just think women like being known, or they like being acknowledged, or they like that's why that girl kept trying to get in her screen, because women don't like not being acknowledged. So they will do certain things like leave clothes at your house. Like if you on the phone with your mama, but she think it's your girlfriend, she'll be extra loud in the background. It'll be something really funny. And I don't know if guys do that or not because I don't date them. But I know I don't. A woman's never had to tell me be quiet. Like ever. So again, if the young lady wouldn't mind waiting, I'll do it. But if she can't, we'll do it tomorrow or some other time. I don't really care. Tonight has been one of those nights where I just ain't feeling motherfuckers like that no more, because I got to hear and see shit that bothers me. And I'm tired of it. That these are adults. They're not children. They're adults. And these black females up here threatening somebody with a fucking lawyer when she can't even afford Pampers without the help of the government. Do y'all understand this 22-year-old who told y'all she ready to have a second kid? Do y'all understand this woman is using your hard-earned? What kind of career you think she got when she can spend all this time on YouTube, on Facebook? What kind of job you think she got? Huh? Well, I tell everybody what I'm going to do. Everybody who's watching, I'm going to stop the show, set up the phone calls, and let you guys call in. The number is going to be on the screen. For those of you who are watching right now, all you got to do is subscribe to this channel, and it'll come right back. I know it's late, but I'm going to open up the lines since everybody said they want the lines open. And I'm going to let you guys call in and tell me what you think. The number is 213-943-3362. It'll take me no longer than 5 minutes. And every time I say that, it takes me 10 minutes. So I will say 10 minutes and then fuck around and take me 20. Okay. I will stop for a second and I'm literally just going to start another show right back. So guys, come right back here. Yes, she's 22 years old. I'll be right back. Thank you guys very much. Thank you to her for coming on the show, and thank you for her for offering to sue me. I've been doing this for 6 years. No one has fucking sued me yet. And at this point, I want to be sued by a fucking guest, by a person who said they want to come on the show. Sue me or shut the fuck up about it. I'm out.